So hi everyone, good evening and very warm welcome. Thank you so much for taking time out and showing up for the session today. So today's session is, as we all know, it's a complimentary session on natural perfumes. And just hang on 1 second, give me a moment. Yeah. So it's a 1 hour session today, and just a few things before we move ahead with it. I have disabled the microphones so that we all have a smooth running session, and we will also be opening the chat towards the end. So if you have any questions, you can note them down, and towards the end, you can put it in the chat box, and we'll be happy to answer them for you. We would also like it if you pay your full attention on the workshop so that you don't miss out on any important information. You can take down notes and also the questions should be relevant to the topic. We will be able to address those only. So today's agenda is, we'll be starting out with the presenter Sunmeet. She will be just taking you through a short presentation, a knowledge sharing PPT, followed by a really interesting recipe demo of grapefruit lavender all natural deodorant. We will be telling you more about the actual workshop, which is there tomorrow and day after, and what all will be covered in that. And that will be followed by, we'll open the chat and we'll take up questions. So a couple of things, the workshop details, the next 2 days, tomorrow and day after, in our workshop, we will be covering some basics of natural perfumes. 10 recipes will be covered. Sunmeet will also be teaching about blending, the 3 floral, woody and citrusy notes and how you can make the fragrance more long lasting. She will also be guiding you on the different variations that you can incorporate and make your own signature perfumes. I will be talking more about the workshop towards the end of today's session. So I would like to introduce you all to Sunmeet now. So Sunmeet has been on board with WellCure. She has in the past taken quite a few interesting workshops on hair care, beauty care, all natural. And she is a natural beauty and wellness coach, really passionate about living sustainably and in a way that's good for the environment. She believes in holistic healing, holistic living. She's also an entrepreneur. She is the co-founder of a natural beauty brand, which is called as Nature. And you can check out her website as well for more information. So I think we're good to begin for today's session, Sunmeet. We have a good participation and over to you now.
Thank you so much, Ishita. So first of all, a very warm welcome to all of you. I hope I am visible and audible.
Yeah, you are. Let me just spotlight your video one. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, all right. So I'll just share my presentation. So it's a short presentation we are doing today. We'll do the detailed one tomorrow and day after. So I will just, yeah. I hope the presentation is visible to all. So a bit about me, though Ishita has given an introduction. So I'm based in Gurgaon. I live with my son and my husband. My husband is from the armed forces. He is Colonel Ordnance Corps. And we started our venture 4 years back. We've done our post-graduation from IIM Ahmedabad. I did my college economics honors from Lady Shriram College, schooling from DPS RK and IMA really put the entrepreneur bug into us, and we decided to, call it quits in the corporate world and move to this segment. And I've been very happy ever since. And I also like to share my knowledge, and I do a couple of series of workshops along with my partner company, WellCure. Skincare, hair care, home care is just coming up, soaps, fragrances, what we are doing next 2 days. And so the basic tenet of all my workshops is what you cannot eat, you should not be applying on your body. Our skin is our largest organ, and whatever we apply on the skin, within a few seconds, it enters the bloodstream, and our skin doesn't have a mechanism for taking out the toxins. So when we eat something, we still have organs like liver and kidney, which take the toxins out of the food, and only the good part, goes into the bloodstream, and the bad part gets eliminated from the stomach. But there is no such mechanism in the skin. So though we are very careful with what we eat, I hope we are, we should be equally careful about what we apply on our skin, on our bodies, on our hair, face. It's very, very imperative. So this is about natural perfumes. So this is what we will be covering today in the intro session. Any questions you have, you can put it in the chat window. I'll take it up towards the end. So why go natural, and why are we doing this? Why are we making perfumes? Perfumes are available in the market in all kinds of ranges, cheap to expensive and all kinds. So why do we need to do it? Because most perfumes available in the markets consists of fragrances and not essential oils. We will talk about the difference in another slide. And fragrances they lead to hormone disruption and cancer, amongst other issues. So we have to avoid the word fragrance or perfume written on the labels. Whenever you see the word perfume or fragrance, that means it's a concoction of 30 to 100 chemicals, the details of which the companies are not supposed to give out, because it's, they don't want the competition to know what their fragrance is made of. And anything less than 2%, they don't have to reveal. There's no regulation as such. So they get away by putting a lot of ingredients less than 2% and not revealing it. So that is where the danger lies. We just discussed is that most of the fragrances, they are like, synthetic compounds, and they're factory made. And there's so many synthetic fragrances available in the market. They are blends, and they are, nature, uh, similar to nature. They smell just like natural substances. So like you would have a sandalwood essential oil, which will be extremely expensive because sandalwood is so rare. And then you would have a sandalwood fragrance oil, which smells just like that. So, for somebody who's unaware, you will not be able to make out the difference. So it's important to read labels before you buy. These are some of the top perfumes available in the market, and the number of average chemicals they contain. I've used some of them. So now when I look at such lists, I feel so horrified and guilty that I wasn't aware back then, in my school, college days, and I used to love these perfumes. I wanted to just mention over here that the perspirants and the deodorants which we use, especially in the underarm area, our underarms are supposed to be lymphatic drainage points, lymphatic nodes, and we are supposed to sweat it out, and all the toxins from our body are supposed to come out from our lymphatic drainage points. One of them are the armpits. So we should keep them as clean and free as possible. And when we use talcum powders, with fragrances or perfumes on the skin, we block those pores. And then the toxins which are unable to come out of the underarms, they move to the nearest organ, which is the breast. And most of the breast cancer that is happening right now is because of clogged underarms. So even if you have to use the commercial perfumes, please use them on your clothes. So even if they stain the clothes, it's okay. At least you will be safe. But ideally, move on to natural perfumes, which can be safely used on your skin as well, and even in the underarms, because they are made from essential oils and not fragrances. We'll discuss more about essential oil in a while. So the dangers of fragrances we've discussed. So they disrupt hormonal activity, they reduce sperm count in males, cause reproductive disorders in female, and are linked to liver and breast cancer, diabetes, obesity. So the list is really long with what fragrances can do to us. This is my favorite perfume, and I've used bottles of it when I was working and in college days. And now that I understand labels and ingredients, and now when I look at it, there's nothing natural in it. It's just a concoction of chemicals. Now, even if somebody were to gift it to me, I would not be able to use it. Just look at the second ingredient over here, perfume, secret fragrance blend. So they do not reveal what perfume means, and that itself is 30 plus chemicals. So this is again a little more about fragrances and essential oils. So I'll tell you about essential oils. They are all plant derived and they are natural. So essential oils are made by
Sunmeet, you'll have to stop sharing and
yeah,
share again and
yeah,
just change the annotation settings.
I forgot to do that today. Okay. So essential oils are all natural. They are made from plants, and this is the way we make essential oils. Just see the image on the right hand side. So the plant material along with water is boiled in a very big vessel, and then the vapors which come out of it, they are collected in another vessel. Those vapors contain water as well as oil. The oil that is like the green liquid in this picture, that is essential oil, and the water beneath is the hydrosol. So what is a hydrosol? That is plant water or floral water. I'll give you an example, rose water. We all have used it, that's a hydrosol. And rose essential oil is, it's the oil that is collecting on the top. So from the same plant matter, both these things come out. Essential oils are very strong. You cannot apply them directly on the skin. So if you have to apply essential oils in the perfume, it will have to be mixed with a base. It can be oil, it can be alcohol, a base of your choice. And hydrosols, you can spray them, spritz them on the face, on the scalp, on the body. You can make perfumes with them. They are very safe, and you don't need to mix another base in them to be able to use. But they are mild, but they're safe to be used independently. So this
Can
is
you,
the
sorry to interrupt. Can you change it to presenter mode a little bit?
Yeah.
Clear, Ilvi.
Yeah. So as you see here, so the essential oils are generally more expensive, which is why commercially they are not being used. Essential oils are used either by very premium companies who sell their products at a very premium price, or they are used, by us at home when we do our DIY projects, because for us, we can, buy it and we can use it. But in the commercial thing, when you have to keep the cost low, and you have to go commercial, you have to be in line with the competition in terms of pricing. People do not use essential oil. They use similar smelling fragrance oils. So that is the difference. So before we move to the live demo, are there any questions we take up?
So, Sunmeet, we can move on to the live demo and we'll take up questions towards the end.
Okay, all right. Just give me a minute, Ishita. I'll just need something. I need
Sure,
to
we'll take a 5-minute break and we'll move on to the live demo. So meanwhile, in the chat, I will be sharing the recipe card of the demo, which will be covered today. You all can download it from there. So till Sunmeet returns, I'll quickly take you all through. Since some of you have joined late, you must have missed the beginning aspect of it. Today, we are at a complimentary session of the Natural Perfumes Workshop, which is a 2-day workshop starting tomorrow and day after. There are 10 recipes which include home and personal care products of all natural perfumes. Uh, uh, Sunmeet will also be sharing a few tips for making them long lasting. She'll be sharing plenty of ideas which you can use to create your own signature perfumes. So this is how it will be conducted. Session 1 is tomorrow between 4 to 6 p.m. There will be theory in depth, a little bit more depth than what we covered today. And also a practical demo covering 3 recipes and followed by Q&A for resolving all your questions. Session 2 is on 30th. We'll be covering only practical recipes in this session and followed by your Q&A. Apart from this, you also will be given a 30-day email support where you can try out recipes. And if you have any questions, you can make use of the email support and you will get the recording access on our e-learning platform for 1 year. You'll also be getting a recipe ebook with detailed recipes, instructions, shopping links, all of that. So Sunmeet is back. I'll stop sharing my screen and we can move to the live demo. So it's the
maybe the other one you can pin up the other thing.
Yeah.
Camera. Yeah.
Yes.
So this is a grapefruit and lavender all natural deodorant, and it has the ingredients: coconut oil, cornstarch, baking soda, grapefruit and lavender essential oils, and a jar for storing it. So we'll start with 2 spoonfuls of baking soda and 6 spoonfuls of cornstarch. So this is baking soda. I'm sure you all have it at your house in your kitchens. So I take 2 spoonfuls of this. And now I'll take 6 spoonfuls of cornstarch. This is cornstarch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To this, I'll add 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. This is coconut oil. It's melted this time of the year. I'll add 1 more to make it creamier. To this, I'll add 10 to 20 drops of grapefruit essential oil and then 10 to 20 drops of lavender essential oil. So this is grapefruit essential oil. I'll just open this. It comes with a dropper, so it's easy to take out. So I've added 15 drops of grapefruit essential oil. It smells really nice. And this is lavender essential oil. So in lavender, you get many variants. There is an Indian Kashmiri lavender, and then there is a French lavender. So you can choose whatever you like. So since it doesn't have a dropper, I've got a pipette like this, and I'm going to take out the oil with this pipette, and again put 15 drops of it. then you mix it. If you want it creamier, thinner, you can add some more coconut oil. This is the recommended amount, but there is no, it's not like it's not cast in stone. You can always change the consistency if you like. So with 3 spoons of coconut oil, it is powdery, and some people like it like that. They like like especially in summers, they don't like too much oil and they like it powdery. But I'm going to add one more. It's like this. So I want it a little more creamy. I like my deodorant to be creamy. There are some people who do not add coconut oil at all, and they just do baking soda and cornstarch and essential oils, and that's it. But I like coconut oil in this recipe. I'm going to make it a little more creamy with more of this. So is this visible? I'm going to now put it in a glass jar. You store it in any glass jar of your choice. How to apply it? You can apply this, in your underarms. It's very safe to apply this in the underarms because this is natural, all natural ingredients. You can apply it on the pulse points. You can apply it behind your ears, behind your neck. So this is like a talcum powder come deodorizer, deodorant. It is a very powdery feel. It is not greasy at all, like you see it here, and the oil has been absorbed by the skin, and it will give you a good fragrance, and it will keep your it will not keep the sweat away, but you will not smell really bad. What usually happens in summers. So because there is some coconut oil in it, so apply it when your skin is a little moist right after the bath, and let it get absorbed by the skin, and then wear your clothes in a minute or two. And it gets absorbed very easily by the skin. And it smells really nice. I wish I could make you all smell it. It smells really nice with grapefruit and lavender. The combination is excellent. Ishita, we can take questions if you want.
Yeah, sure. We can take up questions, but before that, I'll just again project the slides. So what we covered today was one of the natural deodorant recipe. We'll take up questions, but before that, I'll just project the slides which tell about So these are the workshop details, and I'm opening the chat in case anyone has any questions. Please feel free to ask. So first question is, are these organic essential oils available in India?
Yeah, very much. Online. Everything is online, and links have been provided for procuring these.
Okay. So I think the next question is also the same. What about unrefined coconut oils? I think this recipe has used cold pressed variety of coconut oil. The ratio of ingredients, I have shared the recipe card on the chat. You can download that. We will also share it on the WhatsApp group. Next question is, will the oil not leave a stain?
Because the oil is very less in the recipe, it is more of cornstarch and baking soda. The little oil gets absorbed into the skin, and give your body a minute or two before you wear the clothes, and it does not stain at all. It is very powdery. Like over here, I don't feel any oil. It's just like I put a very nice smelling powder on this. That is how I feel right now.
What is the name of what we've made? I think it's grapefruit and lavender deodorant, all natural. How to control excessive sweat?
Bathe more. You can't really control excessive sweat, and it's good to sweat. You're taking out the toxins from the body. It's like how to control pooping, or you can't do these things.
Can we speak baking soda in this? I think she means, can we use baking soda in this recipe?
I haven't tried it with baking soda. It's baking powder. I don't know. You can give it a try and see if it feels right. Maybe make both batches and see what feels better on your skin. I've only made it with this baking powder.
Can corn flour be used instead of cornstarch?
Yeah, corn flour and cornstarch are the same. Yes, definitely.
What is the shelf life of this? The products that you will be teaching?
So anything that is water-based, the shelf life is less. You have to use it within a week to 10 days. Anything that is oil-based or alcohol-based, the shelf life is easily a year plus.
Okay, next question is, can we use this recipe for starting up a small home business?
I guess you can. I mean, this particular recipe or the recipes we are doing in the next 2 days, because there are some water-based recipes also that you cannot sell. Those are DIY only. But the oil and the alcohol ones, yes, you can definitely sell them. You don't need a preservative for those.
Can we use water as the base instead of coconut oil?
Whenever you use water, you need to use preservatives, because water attracts bacteria and fungus. So, and preservatives is something that we do not, at least I do not teach in my workshops, because my priority is always safety and edible products, and preservatives are not edible. So they're all, they're all mostly chemicals. So that is something I don't do in my workshops, but you're free to use water, and then you'll have to use a preservative, and you need to figure out what you want to use.
Are you giving the recipe? So yeah, recipe card has already been shared in the chat, and we'll also share it in the group, WhatsApp group. All right, so a few questions regarding what's the price. We will be projecting this screen. So for all of you who have joined the workshop, joined the complimentary session today, we are offering a special discount of 15%. So you can use the scan code over here to make your booking. You can also use the Google Pay and Paytm numbers to make the payment. Right. Is there any other substitute for coconut oil?
There is no substitute for coconut oil, because coconut oil is like a deodorizer, and it's very good for the skin, and it goes very well as a deodorant. There's no other oil which has these properties of coconut oil. So there is actually no substitute.
Okay. Can you repeat how to use it on the whole body?
You have to use it like in your armpits. You can use it over here, like behind the ears, behind the neck area. You can use it on the pulse points. So these are the areas people usually use deodorants, and you can use it here. So if you want to use it at other places, you can. It's absolutely safe. There are no side effects. There are no warning signs here, and you can use it anywhere you want. But these are the places people use deodorants.
Can we use arrowroot instead of cornstarch?
Yeah, some people do use arrowroot in place of cornstarch in this recipe. You can try. This is how I make it. You can definitely try it with arrowroot also.
My son has sweaty palms and feet. Will this help?
I'm not sure. Because palms and all, how will you put in this? Because you have to use your hands and you have to, do things with the hands. So I don't advise putting perfumes on the palms. So I'm not sure. You can definitely put it on the feet, but palms, I'm not sure.
Will any of the deodorant be in liquid form as a spray? So yeah, in the workshop, we will be covering recipes which will be in the liquid form, will be used as a spray. Cannot find the recipe. I've shared it in the chat. We will share it on the group as well. All the perfumes are like this only, not the spray ones. So no, spray ones will also be covered in the workshop. So how to get added in the WhatsApp group? So Sunsha, once you register for the workshop, we will ensure that you are added to the WhatsApp group. You will be sent a link on your email as well. Tomorrow's session will be of powder form. No, there will be different types. So Sunmeet, why don't you elaborate on the different types of perfumes which will be covered?
Yeah. Can you take to the recipe page, Ishita?
Yeah.
In your presentation. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll be doing the home care section, and there'll be 3 recipes of home care we'll be doing. One is an air freshener for home, one is an air freshener for the car, and one is a bug repellent spray for home, since it's monsoon time and monsoon attracts mosquitoes and bugs. So that is what will be covered tomorrow. And day after we have 7 recipes in personal care, which is body mist for men, for women, for kids. And then there is a roll-on perfume where the base will be oil. Then there will be a solid perfume. Like today we made the perfume with powders, and the solid perfume will be with butters. And then there's a UD cologne, that's again a liquid thing. And then we have a hand sanitizer. So these are the recipes that will be covered in the next 2 days.
How long does the fragrance last on the body?
So natural fragrances, I mean, not just this one, all of them, the fragrance will last just maybe, an hour or 2, not more than that. For more, you can increase the concentration of essential oils, or you can, what I do is I keep the bottles or the jars in my purse if I'm going out. And, just like you refresh your lipstick or your kajal and you go and check out whether everything is in order. You can also put some perfume if you feel that the smell has become less. But please note that natural fragrances and natural essential oils, they are much milder than their chemical fragrances counterparts. So it will definitely not last you like a few hours or a few, like a full day or something. That will never happen. It will be maximum a couple of hours.
All right. So Himanshi says, is this consistency comfortable to use because it's neither semi-solid nor powdery? Is there anything to improve the consistency?
So if you want to make it more creamy, if you want to make it like a cream type thing, you can add some more coconut oil to it. There are some people who I've added some coconut oil. There's some people who don't add coconut oil at all, and they use it as a powder. So baking soda, cornstarch, and some essential oils, you mix it well, and then they spritz it on their bodies as a talcum powder. So this can also be used that ways, or you can put a little more of this thing, coconut oil, and make it into a sort of a cream and massage it in. So just because it's summers and you don't want anything greasy, I think you can either add less coconut oil like is there in the recipe, or skip it altogether. I would not suggest that in this season you go with more coconut oil.
So next question is, if I am out of India, will all the ingredients be available to me if I join the session?
I really don't know about your side of the place, but I'm very sure they are available. I'm doing a course in, through Formula Botanica UK, natural skincare and hair care. They just tell us the ingredient names, and they are based in UK. And we all figure out in our countries, and that's like an international course. And there are participants from 70 plus countries. We just figure out where those ingredients are available in our countries. They don't know where ingredients would be available in India. So I'm sure you'll be able to figure out. And essential oils are very common, and they are available everywhere because my counterparts in other countries have never had problem sourcing essential oils. So from that perspective, yes, they should be available, but I will not be able to help you with, which shop or where to buy. But just like I've given links on Amazon.in, I'm sure in Amazon.com or whichever your local, shopping online website is, you'll be able to find them.
So another question is, what is cornstarch? Is it is it maida or arrowroot? So she needs clarification on what is cornstarch.
It's corn flour.
Okay.
What you add to gravies to thicken them up. It is available as corn flour. I mean, you can go to any shop or you can buy it online. Just write cornstarch, corn flour, and you'll be able to get it. It's that is the purpose. If you need to explain it to anyone, it is used to thicken the soups and gravies. It's easily available.
Can we add these essential oils in our beauty products, hair oils, skincare products?
Yes, you can use them. So I use essential oils in all my workshops. I use them extensively. I have over 100 of them, and I use them extensively everywhere.
Okay. So if someone's missed the session, today we will be sharing the recording with you all. Please don't worry about that. We'll also share it along with the recipe. So cornstarch, all right. So Sunmi, do you mind explaining it in Hindi once? What is cornstarch?
कॉर्नस्टार्च मक्की का आटा होता है, लेकिन मक्की का आटा वो नहीं जिससे आप रोटी बनाते हो. जैसे गेहूं होता है, गेहूं को पीसने के अलग अलग तरीके हैं. गेहूं से सूजी भी बनती है, गेहूं से आटा भी बनता है, गेहूं से मैदा भी बनता है. तो जब बहुत बारीक पीसते हैं तो मैदा बनता है, कम बारीक पीसते हैं तो सूजी, बीच में आटा होता है. तो ऐसे ही कॉर्नफ्लावर है. कॉर्नफ्लावर जब मक्की को बहुत ज्यादा आप पीसते हैं, बहुत महीन पीसते हैं, तो वो कॉर्नफ्लावर होता है. और जो येलो कलर का मक्की का आटा होता है जिससे हम रोटी खाते हैं, वो बीच का पिसा होता है, थोड़ा दरदरा पिसा होता है. तो ये फर्क है. और आप कॉर्नफ्लावर या कॉर्न स्टार्च करके बोलेंगे तो बहुत इजीली मिलता है. चाइनीज खाने में कॉर्नफ्लावर ही यूज होता है उनकी ग्रेवीज को थिक करने के लिए. हम तो जैसे प्याज टमाटर का तड़का लगा के ग्रेवी को थिक करते हैं. चाइनीज खाने में सूप्स और ग्रेवीज कॉर्नस्टार्च को पानी में मिला के, और जैसे कस्टर्ड नहीं होता, आप उसको दूध में मिलाइए, फिर गर्म दूध में डालिए तो वो थिक हो जाता है. तो उसमें भी होता है कॉर्नस्टार्च, और ये सब्जियों में भी डलता है, और बहुत इजीली सभी पंसारी की दुकानों पर.
Okay, Gurvinder says, what was the first ingredient? First ingredient was baking soda. Himanshi says, can you tell about natural preservatives?
Natural preservatives are not in the scope of this workshop. I teach everything where you do not need to use preservatives, and you can just apply it. Preservatives are needed if you will be, wanting to keep the items for a year plus or 2 years plus. But why do that? Make small batches and use them. So these are all like, DIY, this thing, recipes for self-use, family use. Even if the kids, they apply it on the skin, even if they eat it accidentally, they should not be, you should not be rushing them to a doctor or something for stomach cleaning. So I don't teach preservatives. I just teach natural ingredients. You mix them, blend them, and use them.
So I think that answers the next question as well. Is it safe for children? Yes, it's absolutely safe for children. Difference between carrier oils and essential oils.
So carrier oils are base oils, which do not, they are not strong, they do not have a fragrance, and they are used as base, and they can also be used directly on the skin. So like coconut oil, almond oil, avocado oil, apricot oil, sesame oil, mustard oil. So even if you were to take any of these oils and apply it on the skin, they are very, very safe. And they have a distinct aroma, but it's very mild. Though they also come from the plants, but they are like, they are made by pressing the seeds. So that is the way of getting these carrier oils. So you take dry coconuts, you press them, cold press them, the oil that comes out, that is virgin coconut oil. So that is how cold pressed oils are, or carrier oils are derived. Essential oils, on the other hand, I had showed the slide, I can show it again. Ishita, can you stop sharing? I'll share my. Okay, so this is how essential oils are made. So they are not like, you press them and you get the oil. It's not that. It's a steam distillation process. And the oil that comes out, on the right hand side, the green liquid, that is essential oil. So the method of taking out is different. And essential oils are very, very strong. And they cannot be applied directly on the skin. And they have very strong aromas, and they have to be mixed with a base to be applied on the skin. And they can be used across skin care, hair care, home care, and perfume, soaps. They can be used everywhere, but with a base. So when you're making a soap, you'll put 1% essential oil. When you're making a perfume, you'll put 1%, essential oil. Max 2, you can't go more than that. Carrier oil can be used as is. You don't need anything to go with it. So that is the main difference.
Okay. What other essential oil goes well with lavender?
That is a very difficult question because that is completely your personal choice. Essential oils, as many flowers and plants are there, as many essential oils are there. And it is really your personal preference. Lavender has always been the top choice for me because lavender goes for all skin conditions. It goes for all ages, all ailments. It is absolutely safe. Even babies, you can use, lavender essential oil. It is that safe. The same cannot be said for all other essential oils, which is why I wanted one lavender, in this recipe. And then I chose grapefruit because it is citrusy. It goes with the season. We like using citrusy products in summers, so we used grapefruit. But we'll be, learning the different classifications of essential oils in the next 2 days. And I'll be talking about some combinations which I recommend. But again, they are my combinations. That is what appeals to me. And I'll tell you how to choose essential oils. We'll also discuss that. There are various ways of choosing essential oil. You can choose on the basis of frequency. You can choose on the basis of chakras. The spiritual people choose essential oils in a different way. Intellectual people, they choose it by different methods and by different criterias. So we'll be discussing a few such criterias in the next 5-6 days. Whichever criteria appeals to you, you choose as per that.
So the next question is, can you please help out on sourcing good quality essential oils? So there's already in the ebook, which we will give out to you all. There will be a page with all the links where you can directly click on and you'll know where to source it from. Ruchika says it's very difficult to buy all essential oils at the same time to try all the things.
I completely agree, which is why I will be giving in tomorrow's presentation my top 10 essential oils, which you can start with. You can even start with 1 or 2. You don't have to make all 10 recipes all at once. Whatever recipe appeals to you, do one at a time. Don't let it overwhelm you. Even when I did this course, 4-5 years back. I had done it in Sweden, and I came back. I had no idea where to source what to buy, and I only had some guidelines of my teacher: buy therapeutic grade, buy organic. That's about it. But what brands? I mean, she did not know what is available in India. So I started small, and it took me over a year to completely turn my home into, like, a natural home, and replace everything with natural products. So do it one at a time, and don't let it discourage you or overwhelm you. And I'm sure you'll be able to get there. Even though I'll be giving a recommendation of 10 essential oils, just buy maybe 2 or 3 that appeal to you. If you're a rose person, buy rose. There's some people who strictly do not like rose. They prefer jasmine, they prefer orange. So buy whatever appeals to you. So whatever recipes I'll be teaching, only the proportions are important. You can replace the essential oils with the fragrances that appeal to you. So if you like musk, or you like coffee, or you like sandalwood, please feel free to replace those with what I'll be teaching.
Rhino says, is this price 840 for 2 days workshop? Yes. So tomorrow and day after, we will be learning the 10 recipes along with some theory and lots of other tips. So for that, there's a limited period offer of 840. Karti Devi says, recipes in the session or DIY, or it will be with perfect measurements. So yes, we will be providing the recipe book with all the measurements of all the recipes. Is it baking soda or baking powder?
This is baking powder that I used.
Okay. Is there any alcohol-based perfume in tomorrow's class?
Yes, there is.
Can you give a rough idea on the prices of essential oils?
There is no rough idea, because one, there are different brands, and two, different products have different prices. Like, it's like asking, can you give a rough idea about the vegetables, how much they cost? So different vegetables have different price points, different flowers have different price points. So even when you go to a florist, and you ask for a bouquet, different flowers have got different prices. So these essential oils come from flowers and plants and seeds. So they're all different price points. So you can't really, put a number to it. It's very, very difficult.
Okay, so Raima, if you want any more information, you can get in touch with WellCure. You can drop a mail at info@wellcure.com, and we'll get back to you on this. Jigisha, which query? Can you please put it again? Vaishnavi says, beautiful presentation, well explained.
Thank you.
I think the shelf life of the perfume which we covered today, what is the shelf life?
So since there is no water added to it, it will easily last for at least 6 months plus, unless when you scoop it out and your hands are wet. So whenever there is any moisture or water that goes in, the shelf life gets less. Otherwise, if you scoop it out with dry fingers, it will easily last for over 6 months.
Okay. Next question is Parachute coconut oil fine, or should we get Cold Press virgin coconut oil?
Parachute has got fragrance oil. Just read the ingredients of Parachute, please. I do not recommend Parachute coconut oil. Ideally, whenever you buy carrier oils for any of your skincare, hair care, perfume, soaps projects, please buy food grade carrier oils only, which you would use in your cooking. Use only those on your body as well. So buy virgin organic coconut oil, which is food grade, and tell them that you want it for your kitchen, for making stuff, and then you buy it.
So tomorrow we will be taught how to create our essential oil. No, so creating essential oils is not part of this workshop. But you will definitely be guided on, how to select the good one, the right one, as well as a few links. So Sonam, I think we've covered your question as well. is baking powder meetha soda?
Yes, yes, yes. So it's easily available in all the kitchens.
After this course, will you be helping us out in case to help us out with the business? So if there is anything which you need in terms of recipes not working out or any suggestions with respect to the ingredients, you have a 30-day email support where you can reach out to Sudmeet, and she will be there to support you. Do you have weekend batches? We don't have batches, but this workshop will be there tomorrow and day after. So there are no weekend batches as such. Any particular reason we used baking powder? Can't we just mix cornstarch and essential oil?
Baking powder actually gives, it is a deodorizer, and it eliminates the smell of body odor, which is why it is used. So baking, powder is also used when you're making, toothpaste or tooth powder, because it removes the odor of the mouth. So for that purpose, baking powder is being used, and there is no replacement. And you can eliminate the cornstarch if you want, but baking powder cannot be eliminated.
Okay. Can we use other essential oil fragrance combinations in this recipe?
Yes, you can use different combinations if you want. This is a combination which I personally like, which is why this was there in the recipe today. But please feel free to experiment with combinations you like.
Okay, so the next question is, what's the entire course price and the duration? Okay, so let me just quickly take everyone through it again before we end for today. All right, so just revising the whole workshop. The workshop is on natural perfumes. In the theory, you will learn some basic, basic things about natural fragrances. There will be 10 recipes of home and personal care products, which will be covered. You will be taught the blending of citrus, woody, and floral notes, which will lead to long-lasting fragrances. And also you will be given tips on how to create your own signature perfumes, what variations you can go for. This workshop includes 2 live demos, a free recipe ebook with shopping links for the ingredients. You have 30 days email support where Sunmeet will be there to answer your queries, along with recording access for 1 year. On day 1, there will be this theory and 3 recipes which will be covered. They are all home care based recipes, along with the Q&A. And in session 2, which is going to be primarily practical demo, there will be 7 recipes which will be covered along with the Q&A support. And the price for this 2-day workshop is going to be $840. It's a discounted 15% off price, which will be valid till tomorrow noon. Okay. So I'll take up the last few questions, and we'll conclude the session. So Reshma says, if it is meetha soda, means it is not baking powder, it is baking soda. So can you clarify, is it baking soda or baking powder?
Wait just a second. I used sodium bicarbonate. Let me see what it is. I'll just clarify. Because I got it as sodium bicarbonate from my vendor. Sodium bicarbonate is baking soda. Yeah, it is baking soda.
All right, so hope that's clarified. We used baking soda here. Are these products suitable for all the skin types?
Yes, they're suitable for all the skin types.
Will the 2-day workshop be recorded 1 too? Yes, we will be recording the live workshops, and we will be sharing the recording with you. You will have access for 1 year. Can we use any other carrier oil like olive oil in the place of coconut oil?
You can, but the result will not be as much. Just like baking soda, coconut oil is also a deodorizer, and it is, it mixes well in this recipe. So I haven't tried it with olive oil. I get very good result with coconut oil in these recipes. So I don't know. You may want to try it and see if it works.
All right. And will you be giving information on various types of carrier oils in the workshop?
Yes. Carrier oils, essential oils will be discussed in greater depths in the next 2 days.
When will you be going to take face wash class and what will be the fee? So if you mean skincare, Farhat, you can check out the WellCure website. We do have a dedicated skincare e-learning program, very much in detail, which has been conducted by Sunmeet, which definitely must have covered the face wash. Can baking soda be avoided? Since it's chemical.
Baking soda and baking powders are both they're natural ingredients, though they can be made in factories also, but they are also naturally derived. And even the ones which are made in the factory, they are very safe to be used on the skin. In this recipe, baking soda cannot be replaced, but you can, if you are not comfortable with baking soda, you can not make this recipe. We'll be doing a solid deodorant day after. And that is made with butters, again plant-based butters. So you could maybe use that instead if you're not comfortable with this. So this is absolutely safe on the skin for you, for your kids, and there is no harm. I've been using it for years now. It's better than using talcum powders.
So I think I'm getting a few more questions with respect to the duration and the dates and all of that. So I'll take this. So it's a 2-day workshop, 29th and 30th, tomorrow and day after, 2 hours each, 4 to 6, 4 to 6. And this is all that will be covered in the workshop. So there's a link on the skincare e-learning program. For those of you who were asking questions with respect to skincare, you can go through this and you'll find some very interesting recipes and tips and all of that, everything related to natural skincare in this course. So will you be telling about fragrances for little babies, especially powders?
But why would you want to use fragrances on little babies? I have a question for you. Idly do all the experiments on yourself and try to go completely fragrance free for little babies. But if you have to use, there are 2 essential oils which are permitted for little babies, and I'll definitely be discussing that in the workshop. But if I were you, I would go fragrance free, no essential oil.
Okay, we'll take up one last question. Any certificate provided after we do this 2 days workshop? So after this 2-day workshop, there's no certificate which will be provided for this particular. This is going to be a completely live workshop. So,
for the skincare e-learning program, there is a certificate.
Yeah, for the e-learning programs, if you are opting for any of our e-learning programs, we do offer certificates, but not for this particular one. So I'll be leaving the screen on for a few seconds in case anyone wishes to make the booking. We hope to see most of you sign up and join us for this 2-day workshop. It was really great having you all here today. Thank you so much for taking time out and joining us for today's session. We really hope that you try out the recipe and use it. And see you all for our next workshops. Thank you, Sunmeet. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, Ishita, and thank you everyone for joining me today. Thank you so much for giving me the time. Thank you.